Au diable, sont des mots. Sont des mots. Ça qui veut sont des mots. Oui, la main est baguée à bouillon.
Back again with another video to keep you educated and in line and focused. Today's video is going to be about voodoo as usual, but we're going to talk about it in the light that it is different everywhere you go. You know, when you talk about Haitian Vodou, the system the way you learn to work the spirit or the tradition varies in each house you go to, you know? So when we get outside of the ceremonial aspect, when we get into the practical aspect of life, because everyone knows voodoo doesn't end at the ceremony. It doesn't. When you go home, it is a practice that you practice 7 days a week. Now, for those of you who are in a practical sense outside of the societés that are working in your house, you know that the way you practice is your own special way. You may go to someone else's house, and that is the way they practice totally different from you. And that is not to say they're in contradiction. That is just the way they operate. You know, you may see that, okay, this person here has a veve drewn across his table. You may go to another person's house, and the veve is not there. Well, I would say this as from experience. The first thing, when I first went to Haiti, well, when I first came in contact with some of my uncles that were in voodoo in the U.S. whatsoever, I noticed that the ones that were into voodoo didn't have like veves whatsoever. They just had photos whatsoever, you know? I mean, and I was like, where's the veves at and stuff, you know? But that's the way they had it, you know? That's how they, that's the way they worked it, you know? So I went to other people's house and I seen that they drew the veves whatsoever, you know? So I say this, everyone works different. Some people may use statues, some people may use pictures, some people may use veves, and that's nothing wrong with it. And I say this, as I said in my last video, veves are not the same energy as what you have in a photo or statue. Everything is different. Like, okay, let me just go back a little bit deeper. Let me just bring this up to date. Basically, recently I went to Haiti, and basically, as it is, when you go out there, there's shrines and stuff like that, and most of the stuff is outdoor. So when your offerings, you may go to Legba, his shrine, and you'll see that it's like a hook standing out the ground. And basically that's where people pour their stuff at. You may go to Dumbala, and you may see that from one house, it may be a picture, and you may go in nature, and you may see it's like something that's decorated with white and it's by a tree. For those of you who's been to Sodo, basically you see that it's like metallic stuff, and basically it's wrapped around a tree whatsoever. And that's where you make the offerings for Dumbala at. I mean, you go to other spots, you may see that it's a rock mound where they hold Ezeli Fleda's shrine at. So again, there's different ways to address this, but I say this for those of you who have learned voodoo without correct supervision. I say to you that you must be aware that each of these different ways of connecting with the law has different rituals. So what you give Ezerli in a veve is not the same as what you would give her in a statue or photo. The preparations are different. So the forces kind of change a bit whatsoever. So that's why you say sometimes they may say, my Ezerli or your Ezerli whatsoever, because there is such a thing of basically the forces taking on a different manifestation whatsoever, So I definitely say this, to basically move away from confusion, because sometimes we may look at other people's altar and the way they're doing things, and we say, oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, that's wrong and stuff like that. No. That's just the system that they use. But there's just some things you can just look at that's just pretty much just fucked up. The person doesn't know what they're doing. If you go and see, let's just say, Ezra Lee by basically Ezeli Fleda by Ezeli Dontor, that should turn the light switch on for a bit, make you wonder what's going on here, because there's just certain ways things are supposed to be aligned. That's why we say in voodoo, Gen loi qui marche avec loi. There's certain spirits that are compatible with other spirits. That's how it is. So, I don't have much more to say. Hopefully this video is informative. Thank you guys for watching. Aye, bobo!